Good morning, welcome to my broadcast. It's just gone 8:09 a.m. GMT on Friday the 4th of November. Let's just check that. Friday 4th of November 2022. Continuing my series of broadcasts on the F1 22 game, and this is concerning the possible next generation of F1 drivers. This one is this is Schwartzman, who didn't appear in the F2 2022 season because of the Russian-Ukraine war, but he did do very well the year before, and we are going to drive at one of his wins, which was the Baku Grand Prix in Azerbaijan. He has already tested at the US Grand Prix for Ferrari, but I've heard that that's more or less just a little practice rather than a confirmation that he will go there. I don't know whether he'll go there as a reserve driver or not. I'll let you know when I know more about it myself. Really, the biggest one to confirm probably next year is Haas, whether Schumacher is going to stay at Haas, and no one really knows about that yet, but the rumours are there is Pietro Fittipaldi, grandson of Emerson Fittipaldi, the double world champion from Brazil, who could be the next one in a Haas. He has driven before in 2020 at the back end of the season, has Pietro Fittipaldi. His brother Enzo Fittipaldi also competes in the F2 season. Now, Schwartzman finished 16th in the US Practice 1, but what is significant, I think, is that he finished above Antonio Giovinazzi, who used to drive at Alfa Romeo with Kimi Raikkonen. So although he's not an amazing driver, Giovinazzi is an experienced F1 driver, and he finished above him, so that's not bad. The thing is, he's also Israeli, I believe, so he's can maybe in the future compete under that flag. So whether he's going to be in the F2 next season, I'm not sure, but again, let you know. It's all very relevant regarding the next generation of F1 drivers, because the final F2 race at Abu Dhabi is also used for the young driver test, and there's probably going to be quite a lot of people, drivers in that. How young they have to be, I'm not sure, because Schwartzman's about 23, so that I don't know about anyway. I'll tell you about we will have one more broadcast on this series, and it will be Nick De Vries, who's going to AlphaTauri, I think. De Vries, who finished 9th impressively. Williams. No, not Williams. Anyway, I'll talk about that later. Getting a bit confused. I'll summarise where they're all possibly going at a later date. Anyway, so it's Schwartzman, and I've had to go back. So I'll go back to the home screen here. Here's your home screen if you're newish to the F1 22 game. A few other little features which I'll tell you about a bit later. So if you're at the home screen here, just take your right bumper and just click across and then go to Grand Prix, and here you have F2 2021 and F2 2022. The F2 2022 has been recently updated, so all the drivers on it are those that took part in the season just gone, but we're going to go to F2 2021 to find this driver. We're going to be driving at Azerbaijan, or Baku. There it is. If you look at that, it's a very hard track difficulty, and Leclerc is the lap record holder there from the F2 days. And we'll go and look for Schwartzman, who happens to be at Prima. Now I'm just going to go through this lineup because it may have changed, and tell you where these drivers have gone now, so it won't take too long. So you've got Schwartzman there, and you've got Piastri. So Piastri has gone to McLaren, trying to work out. Piastri, the Australian, is replacing his fellow Australian countryman Daniel Ricciardo at McLaren. Very talented driver. Guan Yu Zhu, he's the first ever Chinese Grand Prix driver, and has completed a season. Is completing a season with Alfa Romeo alongside Valtteri Bottas. Drugovich, the F2 2022 champion, and he's a reserve driver at Aston Martin next year, and he's making his debut in practice one at Abu Dhabi. Dan Ticktum is a Formula E driver. E driver, and Deruvula is a current, he's Indian, he's a current F2 driver. Moving on to high tech, Liam Lawson, a New Zealander, and Viewy Vips, a very talented Estonian. ART. Christian Lundgaard is a IndyCar driver and completed his first full season with IndyCar this year. Theo Pourchaire, or Pourchaire, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. He has been testing for. I'll tell you that another time. I have done this on other streams. I apologise for that. Verschoor is a Dutchman, and Zendali is hasn't competed for a while. I don't think. German, I think, Zendali. Enzo Fittipaldi, I mentioned him before. He's the grandson of Emerson Fittipaldi, the double world champion in 1972 and 74, Brazilian. Claimed his titles with Lotus and then McLaren. His brother Pietro Fittipaldi is a possible Haas driver. I'll keep you posted on that when I know more about it myself. Guilherme Samea, don't know much about what he's doing at the moment driving wise. Roy Nisley, Israeli driver. Not sure if he's still a Williams reserve driver, but he was a few years ago. Marcus Armstrong, New Zealander. David Beckman, German, I think he is, and Boschong, I think, is Swiss. You'll see the Swiss helmet there. Pretty certain that's right. Jack Aitken, he doesn't drive anymore F2. He is actually in the old Breaking Point series. Not Breaking Point, I think it was 2019. Tell you about that another time, and we'll demonstrate that in the future on the 2018 or 2019 game, I think it is. Deleda, yeah, he didn't appear last year, I don't think. And finally, we have Viscal, another Dutchman, and Sato, who definitely does take part. He's Japanese. Okay, so we'll go back to Prima, and we'll have Schwartzman. Let's go through the assists. So it's AI difficulty hard 60. It's manual race start. That's a bit like in a wheel car where you have to get the right bite-in point with the clutch and accelerator. You can have assisted where you simply press your button and off away you go. I'm going to have a manual start. Rules of flat. It's corner cut and stringency. Strict as it is in real life, you will be exceeded for time penalties. You can get away for a while, but if you have accumulation, you can get 2 or 3 seconds time penalties. You have to be careful of that. Totally new setting, unique to the F1 2022 game, is pit stop experience immersive. So what that is the pit stop, you have to turn in at the right time to get the best time. And if you have broadcast, that's just the old way of being looked after automatically. So, but I keep it as immersive. I'm getting used to that setting. It's quite interesting. It won't apply on this F2 because we don't have enough laps unless we have a crash. I'll explain that later. Rev time day, I'm not going to adjust that at all. Baku tends to be dryish as a Grand Prix. Reconstruction, this is the most important thing. There's no practice, there's no qualifying, and we're going to do a sprint and feature race format as it is in real life. The session length we're going to have medium, and then finally assists. I have a wireless control on a PS4, not a steering wheel, and my assists are medium brake assist, medium traction control, automatic gearbox, pit assist on, pit release assist on, EOS assist on, and DRS assist on. start the events. So Azerbaijan, or Baku is in Azerbaijan, is a street circuit. It's a high speed street circuit. And it says very hard difficulty. I wouldn't say I'm a master of it by any means, but not too bad on it. There's a few corners that I struggle with.
Baku never fails to disappoint fans of Formula 2, so hold on tight. The cars are set on the grid and any moment will be starting today's race. Welcome to Azerbaijan. This is not your usual racing circuit. It provides one of the most complete tests for the field. Sector 1 sports a set of 90-degree corners around the block, if you like. Sector 2 gets even tighter with the old city walls. Sector 3 just turns 16 to negotiate, and then 2.2 kilometers, flat to the floor, full throttle, in 6th gear, all the way to the end. Joining me today is a man who is no stranger to...
Okay, so let's have a look at the car setup, shall we? There's definitely quite a few. There's some tight corners being a street circuit, so we'll go for that one. So, struggling to make it through corners, this setup will provide you a good stability when under braking or accelerating, but give you a lower top speed. Yeah, it's a high-speeded circuit, but there's a lot of corners that need to be negotiated, so I'm going to go for that. Now you'll see there's no tyre strategy on here. That's because there's not enough laps to do that. Where I'm going to start, I don't know. Engage the clutch. We're level. Lights out. And we're on the right hand side. Now, I wouldn't say that's the best place to be. I'm going to try and get over to the left. I can't. Now the crucial thing is to try and avoid damage around you. Just over to the left hand side if you can get a chance. Long straight up here. Sharp corner here. Squeezed over front there, just about legally. And this is the turns. Going to be nice and with the left-hander there into a right-hander. Now you can. It's a place you can make some space, time up, get your foot down. Pretty good lap, quite pleased. This bit is quite often you'll go in the wall or get hit into the wall. Not there though. When we come to the final bit. And then try and maximise these. There's the bit there hitting the wall. Pits will be on the left hand side. You can just see them there, just gone. Now. Quite pleased about the lap so far. Okay, I'm not top 10 or anything like that. Once you get away from the others, things get a bit easier. Nice little gap there behind me. Just got to try and push this gap here. home straight again. Bits on the right, left hand side again. Now there's a bit of competition from behind. Keep right going to that. Lost a position there.
Easy on the aggression, but clean overtakes or get a penalty.
So we have a little bit of a gap behind us. Fine. And throw it around those bits there. Get on the left hand side.
The gap to your teammate ahead is 27.3 seconds.
Good gap to Viscal. It's been a nice clean race. Haven't hit the sides at all. Keep it tight. Keep it tidy for another 2 laps. About on the rumble strips there, those red and white things at the side. battle now. There's two of them there. Wow.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Don't think I have much choice there, but
Okay, we've been given a penalty. It will go against that finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down, let's get it done.
taking some risks. Definitely the driving has been compromised with those knocks, not surprisingly. Oh dear.
Are you okay? That was a big one. Confirm you're okay, please.
Wow. Just overdid it a bit, that.
So another fantastic victory for Charouz today. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
Although the Formula 2 cars are all the same spec.
So if you want to bypass the podium celebration, etc., just press your X button once
Looks like they're on.
and then twice.
And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
Well, after a drive like that, it's going to be Yuri Vips. Very clean, very smooth. You can be really pleased with that one.
After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Okay, so lap time of 203.666, not particularly good. Probably the worst of anyone on the thing. It's not an easy track, so I was pleased up until the last two laps there where I took a few risks. I had to have two drivers left and right of me, so I had to try and overtake them, sustain some damage, and then basically, yeah, not good. But plenty of practice there, and that's pretty good, so I'm not so disappointed about that. Didn't want to crash at the end. I would have got probably 17th position, even with the time penalty. So anyway, live and learn, and we still have this race to go. So we've had the sprint race, and now we do the fit, and we've got rain. Oh, great.
Welcome back to Baku. We're on the edge of the Caspian Sea. We're almost ready to go then.
Let's have a look at the
This is what
starting grid.
looks
Maybe we
like
go a
for
bit.
today's
We
race.
put up the grid a bit.
fantastic effort from Jan Daruvali yesterday puts him on pole position, with Christian Lundgaard alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Armstrong, Ticktum, Guan Yu Zhou, and Piastri, Drugovic, Pourchaire, Fittipaldi, Roy Nissany, Schwartzman, Boschon, Larim Zendelli, and Samaya, Sato, Vachor, Beckman, and Alessio Deleda, Aitken, Phipps, Viscal, and Liam Lawson rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. I'm joined by...
So, all wet, so it's pretty rainy conditions. Now, could be just a case of survival here. Might do me good. That's 7 laps of this, so I would say getting to the end, surviving 7 laps without any penalties would be my goal. I would like to get further up the pack, but let's see what happens. So if you're in wet conditions, brake a lot more. Good thing is though, probably no one's going to get too far away from you in these conditions either. And maybe even get some, nick a few places. This is the bit where we go hanging on there. Warning, but at least there's not any points. So now they're all gathering around me. Gap behind me. the track, cargo of the track. No safety car. My idea will be to consolidate my position here. There's no time penalties at the moment, which is good. Though I've got damage to the car, there's no point pitting. Well, then, to be honest, there's a bit of a gap there, so... But anyway, we'll carry on. There's no DRS in wet conditions. So if we pitted, we could have gone out before the leather, but not Sandoni. So Zendelli 2.7, 2.9 behind. So that's the next thing to achieve. Try and see him off. As I said before these broadcasts, if you are struggling to do anything in the race, improve your familiarity of the track layouts and get better sectors, and ultimately better laps. All set yourself targets. Like now, Zendelli has he's gained on me. To get him out. Tight through here. Trying to get hold of me on the right hand side. Now I'm going to have to push it a bit more to get away from him. This is a crucial lap part of the go.
All right, engine off, engine off.
Ugh. Slightly disappointed again. Didn't quite make it to the end. Being pushed from behind didn't help.
Carlin have pulled off a sublime performance to secure the top step of the podium today.
If you want to bypass the podium celebration, just press your X button once.
And there you have it. Today.
And again.
And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
Difficult call, but I'd like to say David Beckman. He was just perfect in conserving the tires and made the difference at the end.
After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So basically, let's have a look at the times. Okay, so my best time was 2:16.16, significantly far slower than anyone else. Did have a good gap to Deleda, but then he got behind me, and then I lost it trying to get ahead of him. Okay, so before I finish this stream, I'm going to show you the theatre mode, where we can have a look at the races. So what we do is get your left bumper, go across. I'm going to go to there, go down to theatre, okay, that's interesting. I thought that would get recorded. That's a little bit disappointing. Okay. Let's do it. I'm a little bit surprised why that hasn't got recorded. Maybe it takes a bit of time. We'll have a look at that another time. Okay, before I go, I'm just going to show you something new, which is the F1 Live. So we're gonna redo. You'll see that you'll see the two people sitting down on the previous screen. There's. So you've got F1 Live. You see those two, right? So customization. So we go to My Place. Look at My Place, and you can play around with your dwellings, your dwelling. So you can go seating. Look at seating. Choose your seating. I'm going to change it. Quite like that one there. It's got that little chair. So that's the seating, and then you've got your furniture. You can select whatever furniture you want. Quite like that. And the flooring, so you can see you got the flooring there, like that. Quite like the marble. We do that. The walls. Quite like the look there. And some wall art. Let's change that. I don't like any of that, to be honest with you. I'm going to stick to that one. There's the car there. No, I like that one. I still like that one. So that's the wall art done. Lighting. Yeah. Good morning, Craig. How are you today? Hope you're okay. I've nearly finished my stream. Just checking, sorting out my living space in this game. In real life I wear glasses, so I don't have the best vision, so I would pick either that one with the above lighting. I think that one there. Yeah, that's quite similar to what I was doing anyway. Soft furnishings. Let's have a look. Quite like the bluish colour. Come out of there. So let's have a look. Go back from there. I'm just going to have to look at that. Yeah. So there's my friend there, Craig August 2021. You follow him. He is now got a steering wheel. He's a very good driver anyway. He's now got a steering wheel and a setup on his YouTube. Check him out. It's a very good gamer all over, overall gamer with FIFA and Formula 1. So just have a look at some other things you can do on here. Okay, so we've got supercars here. This is a new thing, and you can actually drive the supercars, which I'll demonstrate another time. So you've got your supercars here, and you've got, okay, 2 McLarens and a Mercedes. And then you'll see we've got Aston Martin. I'm a massive Bond fan, so we have Aston Martin DB11 and Vantage. The so you've got 6 bays there, so you can add a car. McLaren. Now we go there. Now. Okay. Now, not that amazing at doing this. Okay. But let's have a look before I finish the stream at Pirelli Hot Laps. This is quite interesting. Doesn't take very long, much of your time, and you've got these different things going on. You can use different cars. Now I'm going to do a checkpoint challenge. Now the reason for that is because I'm going to be driving on the F1 2017 game fairly soon that has a really interesting checkpoint challenge as part of the career mode. So it doesn't take very long, improves your driving. Just have a look at a Belgian one. So okay. You see it has most of the Grand Prix. Let's just go back to the so Saudi, Australia, all across. Okay. So you have Miami Grand Prix as well, Spanish Grand Prix, Azerbaijan, the initial time is needed to reach time. And I'm going to go for the rival duel at the Belgian Grand Prix. I like Belgium. Now we're going to do challenging. I think I have that sort of abilities now. As it says, they're harder. You can't get they're harder controlled than the F1 drivers at high speed. Just to say, there's probably 2 more streams about the next generation of F1 cars. 3 rounds. Prepare to do battle against a single opponent. Okay. Okay. I'm assuming that's the only driver view I can get. Maybe it is. It's quite interesting because it's a different cockpit view than I'd have on my F1, which is TV pod offsets. There you go. So Oh, so now I have to overtake him. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Didn't take too long. Get a bit of practice there. So that's the Pirelli hot laps. So we go back, F1 Live. Now let's see if the theatre has updated. No, it hasn't, and I don't quite know why that is. No, that's strange. Ah, I didn't complete the races. Ah, yes, I didn't complete the races. 2 DNFs, so I'm assuming there's no highlights for that. There is highlights there from Jack Doohan and Drugovich. Yeah, there's okay, that probably explains that. Okay, so just before I go, I'll just demonstrate parts of this game that you probably know already, but we'll go through it anyway. So you've got F1 Live that I've just done, the customization and the supercars, virtual showroom, trophies, theatre. F1 Live visitors. There you are. Oh, that's interesting. There you go. Yeah. No, didn't expect that to happen. There you go. You can have a look at the Predator 2091's something new that I've done there. Okay. Trophies. Yeah, I don't win many trophies, I'm honest. Career is pretty much the same. It's single player career. There's my team as well, and just go to there. So I've got a team going at the moment. Yeah. 2-player career as well. Solo Grand Prix, time trial, and Pirelli hot laps, which we just done. Now the multiplayer, if you slightly different than other editions. If you want to do multiplayer, go on to social play. I would do experienced drivers, although you can set up your own list. And you'll see that there's a session. I'm not going to join it, but that gives you an idea of what's going on. They're in the middle of a race 7 laps of 13. Leave the session. Weekly events Canada. Actually, I'm going to do that one before I go. Shouldn't take too long. So I like this this start event. You'll see why I like it. I've done it before. Just check out on my settings. Usual settings really. Simulation settings will be AI 60 hard, manual base starts, rules and flags, corner cut stringy. Ah, okay, that's interesting. Can't change that. Can I change that? Oh, okay, that's interesting. Assists. Yeah, usual. And go to the event. Now, one of the reasons I'm doing this is A, to demonstrate this to you, but also Lance Stroll had his birthday last weekend. And so it's a little bit of a late tribute to Lance Stroll. Interesting driver, Stroll. He's was born in Montreal.
There's no doubt we're in for an intense race here in Montreal, and I think we're just about ready to begin.
Yeah, so he's been driving for his first Grand Prix was in 2017. He's had over 100 race starts. And he's had 3 podium positions. Azerbaijan in 2017, Italian Grand Prix in 2020, and in the same 2020 season, he also had a 3rd place at Sakhir, Bahrain. So he's an experienced driver. He hasn't hit huge heights at the moment, and yeah, he's born in Montreal, Canada. So he's on his home track here, and next year will be interesting because he's joined by Fernando Alonso, and that really will determine how good he is. You know, he's a consistent driver, so he doesn't crash that often, doesn't get many wins, but he's also he's 24 years old, just gone, so he's got a lot. Yeah, he's got a few years ahead of him. Should be. He does have the advantage that his dad owns the team, Lawrence Stroll. But anyway, so yeah, here's the weekly event. I like this because it gives you a driver and a position. Now, this won't be easy, but I'll give it a go. So you see, it's like that. And then you join it during the race, a bit like a flying lap, and off we go. Now, I like Canada. I have 9 laps to make some impression on this race. Now, last time out, I got 17th because of a couple of DNFs.
Okay, gap to the car ahead is 2.7 seconds.
So that's it, that's the first target. 2.7 seconds ahead. Let's close it up. This is a crucial part of the circuit. It's a tight corner, and then you've got the Wall of Champions on the left hand side. Now, to get the most out of this track, take it as far left as you can without hitting the wall. And this insanely fast straight, brake really hard, and power on through. interestingly, it's regular corner cutting strike during the on the settings. So. Schumacher out of the session, but not a yellow, not a safety car. Yellow flag again still.
Okay, clear.
No. Very similar to what happened last time, 2 DNFs.
Caution, caution.
There's only 4 laps left, so even if there's a safety car, there isn't anyway.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left. Our gap to the car in front is 19.8 seconds.
Stroll is on mediums and up above him are on hards. So they won't have to pit again.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Green flag.
Verstappen has lapped me. Don't have to let him go.
come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
Okay, so let's have a look at the lap times. So there's been 2 DNFs, Perez, Schumacher. Stroll came 17th in the end, 119.959. Yes, quite a bit slower, but there, okay. So that's that. So that's an interesting weekly event. You can do that any time. You can redo it and stuff. I'm not going to, but you can do that. So it might be a weekly thing I'll do. Just to say that so the next broadcast that I'll be doing, unless I co-stream with Craig August 2021, which we do from time to time, I will be finishing off the drivers for next season, next generation. I've got De Vries to do on the 2020 game, and also got Stoffel Vandoorne to do on the 2017 game. Stoffel Vandoorne is reserve driver for Aston Martin next year, and is the current Formula E champion, the Belgian. He drove with McLaren in 2017, so I'm doing to drive as him, and see where he did well in his F1 career and drive the according tracks. I'm also going to be playing on F1 2017 to carry on my tribute to Sebastian Vettel in the 2017 season, where he went head to head with Hamilton but lost. I've had 2 races and Hamilton is ahead at the moment, and I think the 3rd race to come, I'm not sure what it is. We've had Bahrain and China, and I'm carrying on that one to the end of the season. And also I'll definitely be doing the streaming in the next few days. The World Endurance Championship finishes at Bahrain next week Saturday, I think it is. I can't really drive on Bahrain on any of the games apart from F1, but I can drive on some of the other places that are in that series, such as Le Mans, Spa, Fuji, Sebring. I think you can do Sebring. So I'll be doing that as well before we have the climax next weekend. So that will be the things. There may be some FIFA I'll be doing in between, but I doubt it with all that stuff going on. Thanks for watching. Catch you again. Follow me on Twitter at SportyPH2. Motorsport updates, football updates, Instagram, developing that gradually, phast.ph, and YouTube. I don't have it in my head, but you can get it through my Twitter account and check that out. Could do with some more subscribers, would be great. A lot of videos on there, but need a few more subscribers. So thank you for watching. Catch you again. It's now basically, what time is it now? It's just coming up to 9:30 AM GMT on Friday the 4th of November 2022. Thanks for watching. Catch you again. Bye bye.